as we head into the future. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, do permit me to highlight the major activities the NCCE is carrying out across the country to commemorate the 30-year anniversary of the 1992 Fourth Republican Constitution. We kick off our commemoration activities with a headline event actually happening right now, this most important public lecture on the theme, "After 3 decades of democratic rule under the 1992 Constitution, revisiting the agenda for constitutional reforms." Our main speaker, who will be introduced shortly, was actually a member of the Constitutional Review Committee, and we are honored and grateful to have him here and for accepting to give the lecture. After today's event and in the coming weeks, the NCCE will hold similar dialogues in each of the regional capitals on the same theme, and we will compile highlights and insights from these public lectures and other engagements lined up to feed the national discussion on this topic. At the district level, the Commission will engage identifiable groups, including the security services, on the above theme. To ensure that young people are not left out of this celebration, 10,000 basic schools across the country will be engaged on the sub-theme, "Sustaining Our Democracy, Ghanaian Values in Practice," with the aim to ignite the spirit of patriotism and respect for core national values such as discipline, trustworthiness, integrity, and loyalty. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will bear me out that in the course of operating the 1992 Constitution over the past 30 years, various segments of the Ghanaian society have called for a review of the document. Indeed, in 2010, a review process commenced with the setup of the Constitutional Review Committee. Subsequent to the work of the Commission and the white paper that gave guidelines for its implementation, not much has been done. Yet there is a sense in recent times that citizens want to revisit the issue. Various segments of Ghanaian society, including legislators, political parties, academics, civil society organizations, and constitutional experts have called for constitutional reforms, and there have been many public discussions on how to actually go through with it. Through today's lecture, the NCCE is adding its voice to calls by these noble groups of people and also appealing for a comprehensive national debate on constitutional reforms as well as a roadmap for execution. As the constitutionally mandated body to educate citizens on the 1992 Constitution, NCCE will work closely with any process that is set up to lead the way on this issue. As citizens, we are all enjoined under Article 3.4 to uphold and defend the Constitution and resist any person or group of persons who seek to overturn or suspend it. At the same time, we understand that the Constitution must evolve in order to remain relevant and continue to meet the aspirations of the people. This is why it is imperative that citizens form an integral part of any reform process. The framers of the Constitution actually anticipated a time like this and hence outlined clear procedures for amendments within the Constitution itself. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we must fearlessly and unequivocally reject the purveyors of chaos who advocate for the disorderly overthrow of the Constitution. As a people, we must rather seize the opportunity presented by the times we find ourselves in and come together to develop a roadmap for reforms if we find it necessary to do so. On behalf of the Commission, I welcome all of you to the main lecture of the 2022 Annual Constitution Week celebration and call on all present to pay attention to presentations and discussions and to actively contribute to this event, reflect our voices, and hopefully from today we will see the start of a new process that will lead us to a point where we get the constitution we desire. Thank you very much. God bless our homeland, Ghana.